Good evening, I'm Bob Connor and welcome to Channel 784's news. Tonight, we've got some furry stories for you. First up, we have the unexpected troubles that have arisen on National Bring Your Pet to Work Day, plus the Prime Minister's recommendations for eating your vegetables for pets, too. And, unbelievable as it may sound, we also have an unusual burglary wave leaving people scratching their heads. Then, scientists have unveiled groundbreaking discoveries all thanks to pet treats. To end it off, cars starting to spontaneously change lanes have caused mayhem on roads. That's all the news for now, but first let's see what the weather looks like with Anna.
Good evening, everyone. Here's a look at tonight's weather across our fictional U.S. state. First up, we have Mountport. Of course, Mountport is known for its picturesque landscape and rural charm, but it looks like the sunnier days of summer won't last forever. Expect temperatures to hover between a low of 72 and a high of 107 over the next few days, with a bit of rainy weather mixed in. Twining is a small settlement situated in between two large hills, and we don't suggest heading there today as thunderstorm weather is in the forecast. Residents should prepare for temperatures to vary between 95 and 99 degrees. Richvale is a pleasant town nestled in the countryside. It's currently looking at temperatures between 61 and 77 degrees, with a chance of rain. Susanville is known for its vibrant and active atmosphere, and luckily the gorgeous sunny weather won't be going away anytime soon. Temperatures should range between a low of 89 and a high of 104. Finally, in Pooler, temperatures will range from a low of 59 to a high of 101. There's also a chance for windy weather. There you have it, a snapshot of the weather across our fictional U.S. state. Now back to you, Bob, with today's top stories.
In a recent address to the nation, the Prime Minister strongly encouraged people of all ages to incorporate plenty of vegetables into their diets, including those of their pets. These words, which should come as no surprise from a world leader, have been met with criticism from citizens who are already struggling to afford healthy food for their families. The Prime Minister boasted about the many benefits associated with consuming high quantities of vegetables, including better health, increased energy, and improved skin and hair. He gave no consideration to the fact that these benefits may come with a hefty cost. In fact, rising prices for fresh produce instead of processed foods have left many families no choice but to buy the latter. Affordable and accessible fruits and vegetables remain an unfortunate aspiration for many people. It has been well documented that vegetable consumption is below the recommended daily amount in many countries, particularly among lower-income individuals. In this context, the government's advice appears hollow and out of touch. While well-intentioned, the Prime Minister's recommendation to eat your vegetables even for pets is unacceptable in a world of growing inequality. The advice fails to acknowledge the financial barriers to healthy eating, creating an unattainable challenge in some communities. A conversation needs to happen that includes viable solutions to access and affordability of fresh produce, not just the same empty message of improved nutrition. The first annual National Bring Your Pet to Work Day was meant to be a fun and enjoyable event for employees and their companion animals, but it quickly proved to be a nightmare for many employers. From start to finish, the day was met with unexpected troubles, from pet behavior issues to safety concerns. This experiment in companionship at the workplace started off on the wrong foot as many animals ignored their owners' requests to be quiet, causing a distraction in the work environment. Some even jumped up on desks and counters, while others had uncontrolled bowel movements in the office. The result? Reduced productivity, messes to clean up, and unhappy staff members. The problems only got worse as the day went on. Some pet owners let their animals roam around the office, but this caused even more problems as it presented a serious safety hazard. Not to mention, other employees began feeling overly cramped and uncomfortable with a pet in the room. Additionally, the Bring Your Pet to Work Day had a negative impact on company resources. Many businesses spent money on food and supplies for the animals, and some even had to bring in additional employees to manage the chaos. It quickly became clear that this event wasn't worth the investment and was not a profitable enterprise. Overall, National Bring Your Pet to Work Day ended in disaster for many businesses. From pet behavior issues to resource mismanagement, the day was a lesson in how not to properly plan and carry out an event. If we're lucky, this unfortunate experience will be a warning to all employers to reassess their Bring Your Pet to Work plans in the future. We have recently seen a strange wave of burglaries that have left people perplexed and scratching their heads. In the past few weeks, odd items have been reported missing from homes during these burglaries. Items such as a set of dentures, a large bag of grass and 2 pet iguanas. While this may sound like an episode of a sitcom, it is a reality for those affected in this wave of burglaries. While it is inconvenient, even disheartening, to discover that your home has been broken into and some of your items gone, it is also important to view the events with a dose of humor and lightheartedness. After all, it can be quite amusing to imagine the burglar running away with a giant bag of grass or the iguanas scurrying out of their tank. In all seriousness, the police have a job to do to keep these communities safe and apprehend any criminal activity. Though these crimes may in fact be petty burglaries, the burglary wave should still be taken seriously and police are doing their best to solve these cases quickly and accurately. In the meantime, this peculiar burglary wave has certainly left people in these communities and beyond scratching their heads. Have these crimes been a one-off or is something bigger going on? As time passes, new and strange cases may come to light and leave people to just keep guessing. Until then, it remains an enigma and a funny set of tales that reminds us that not all crime is sobering. Scientists have recently unveiled a series of discoveries that have been made in the form of pet treats. While these scientific advancements have been touted as groundbreaking and revolutionary, animal activists and health experts are warning the public not to be so easily swayed by the allure of these new products. Much of the discussion surrounding pet treats has been focused on their potential for providing nutrition for beloved pets. However, these treats are likely to cause more harm than good, as the majority of pet treats on the market today contain numerous artificial ingredients and unhealthy fillers. These artificial fillers are not only bad for your pet's health, but can also lead to long-term health problems, such as diabetes and obesity. The problem is exacerbated when you consider that many of the pet treats available on the market today have not been subject to rigorous testing. This leaves pet owners in the dark as to their pet's nutrition needs, and puts their pet at risk of ingesting unproven ingredients. Additionally, many pet treats contain excessive amounts of sugar, which can be detrimental to their health. It is important for pet owners to do their own research before feeding their animals these treats, as the lack of regulation and quality control in the industry can lead to products that are potentially harmful. While there is the potential for these treats to provide a beneficial nutritional boost, the best option for pet owners is to ensure that they are properly educated on pet nutrition and select healthy, natural pet treats that have been approved by veterinary experts. Everyone loves the sight of a ribbon of cars gliding peacefully along on a well-maintained highway. But when cars start spontaneously switching lanes, it can be a recipe for chaos on the roads. Fortunately, many drivers have adopted an attitude of patience, understanding and caution when approaching these situations. It's a complicated problem that involves human error, faulty navigation systems and unexpected mechanical problems. And while it can't be avoided entirely, there are ways to have smoother experiences on the roads. One of the key things to remember is to be prepared for the unexpected. Never assume that the vehicle you are traveling behind is driving in a straight line. Make sure to give plenty of distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, as well as to the side when cars around you are switching lanes. Having an awareness of the environment and other vehicles combined with good judgment can help you avoid any problems. Be aware of what is happening around you, and if a car is having to switch lanes unexpectedly, be sure to adjust your speed accordingly. More and more vehicles on the roads with sophisticated technology means that the unpredictability of spontaneous lane switching can happen more often. So take the time to check any complex navigation systems and devices. Ultimately, the key to overcoming this issue on the roads is for all drivers, no matter the circumstance, to maintain a cool head, exercise common sense, and keep in mind that everyone behind the wheel is on the same team. With all of us working together and looking out for each other, there's no reason why roads chaos can't be avoided. Now it's time for the exciting debate you've been waiting for all night. This week's topic: Prime Minister recommends eating your vegetables for pets too. Joining us in the studio, we have Mike Krockhauser, an outspoken advocate for plant-based diets, and Ellie Donahue, a proponent of sustainable animal products. Let's get the debate started.
It's absolutely ridiculous that the Prime Minister is recommending that people eat their vegetables even for their pets. We all know that our pets can't digest vegetables properly and that it can be dangerous for their health.
I don't think you fully understand the benefits of a balanced diet. Vegetables are an important source of essential vitamins and minerals that are necessary for a healthy lifestyle. Furthermore, they are a great source of fiber, which can help to regulate digestion in any animal.
That's all well and good, but it doesn't change the fact that vegetables can be dangerous for our pets. There are certain vegetables that are toxic to certain animals, and feeding them to your pet could be extremely harmful.
That's true, but there are also vegetables that are perfectly safe for our pets. Furthermore, there are ways to prepare vegetables that can make them safe for pets to eat. For example, boiling vegetables can remove some of the toxins that can be harmful to animals.
That may be the case, but it doesn't change the fact that it's irresponsible for the Prime Minister to recommend feeding vegetables to pets without any regard for their safety. I mean, what if people don't know which vegetables are safe and which are dangerous? What if they end up feeding their pets something that could potentially be lethal?
That's a valid concern, but I think it's important to understand that the Prime Minister is only recommending that people feed their pets vegetables in addition to their regular diet. He's not advocating that people replace their pets' regular diet with vegetables. Furthermore, I think it's important to recognize that the Prime Minister is trying to promote healthy eating habits, not only for people but for their pets as well.
But what about the dangers? What if people don't know which vegetables are safe for their pets?
That's a valid concern, but I think it's important to remember that there are resources available to people, such as veterinary websites, that can provide information about which vegetables are safe for pets to eat. Furthermore, it's always a good idea to consult with a veterinarian before feeding your pet any type of food, especially vegetables.
But even so, it's still irresponsible for the Prime Minister to promote feeding vegetables to pets without any regard for their safety.
I understand your concerns, but I think it's important to remember that the Prime Minister is simply promoting healthy eating habits. By recommending that people feed their pets vegetables, he is promoting a balanced diet for both people and their pets, which can ultimately lead to a healthier lifestyle.
Thank you, Mike Krockhauser and Ellie Donahue, for your thought-provoking debate segment. It was great to hear your perspectives on the topic. Now, let's switch gears and move on to our discussion about the latest sports news. The annual Craftsman's Cup is the ultimate compete for carvers of all levels. This year's event saw many first-time competitors, and it didn't take long for the rookies to show off their talent and surprised the more experienced carvers. The biggest surprise was on the first day when 18-year-old Mona Jenkins, who had taken up carving only a few months before, won the Best of Show award with her intricately detailed hummingbird sculpture. Mona's carving skills impressed all the judges, who praised her work for its attention to detail and creative approach. Other rookies also managed to make their mark. Tristan Jones put in an impressive performance on the second day with his expertly carved fish sculpture, winning the accuracy and complexity category. He was also praised for his ambitious use of a variety of materials, as well as his agility when completing challenging tasks. The rookie's success didn't end there. 16-year-old Sarah Brown won the Creativity Award for her unique sculpture of a peacock, which cleverly incorporated natural elements, such as twigs and stones. Meanwhile, veteran carver Kyle Reed was so impressed with 20-year-old Matt Thompson's work that he presented him with a special award for inspiring carvers of all ages. The Craftsman's Cup is a showcase of talent, and these newcomers brought a refreshing energy and skill to the event. Every carver, from the experienced to the amateurs, was rewarded for their creativity, hard work, and dedication. The rookies of the Craftsman's Cup are the real stars, and their energetic and skillful work has set a new standard for future carvers. Let's hope their success is only the beginning of an exciting carving scene in the coming years. The Shadowvale Showdown, an archery tournament with a long history of deep rivalries, returned yesterday amidst a cloud of controversy. While the competition itself promised to offer intense showdowns across a range of skill levels, the dark clouds of discord and discordance reigned over the event. The bitterness of the competing teams has been reignited, with both sides accusing each other of unfair practices and outright cheating. Accusations have flown both ways, resulting in a highly charged atmosphere and a damaging environment for the sport. The tournament was marred with rumors of sabotage, with several teams reporting that their equipment had been tampered. In a move that further damaged the already poor reputation of the event, a number of archers even withdrew from the tournament after being denied a fair scoring system. Perhaps most detrimental to the long-term prospects of the competition was the lack of international interest. Once a major event, Shadowvale Showdown only attracted a handful of distant visitors, and none of them were the best archers in the world. The rift between the two sides on the field is likely to be further deepened ahead of next year's tournament. With no sign of resolution on the horizon, it is likely that next year's competition will be as acrimonious and chaotic as this year's. All in all, it looks as if the Shadowvale Showdown will provide little more than an arena for bitter rivalries and bitter disputes for some time to come. Wrestling fans the world over can rejoice today as Dwarfstone, the wildly popular fictional dwarf wrestling league, has crowned a new champion. The league's annual championships, held this past weekend, were rife with excitement and suspense, with many hard-fought battles. Newcomer Brock Bruisley was the wrestler to take the ultimate title of champion, coming out victorious in the final match of the tournament. This wrestler is no stranger to success, having placed first in the last two big tournaments he's participated in, and bringing a skill set to Dwarfstone that is sure to make waves. Not to be discounted is the efforts of Beej Lee, who took second place in the championship after a valiant and impressive showing. Lee is an obviously skillful wrestler who, no doubt, will continue to make an impact in Dwarfstone for years to come. What the Dwarfstone Championships only showed us is that the league is filled with incredibly talented wrestlers from all around the world, who bring their own unique styles, knowledge, and experience to the table. As the league grows and continues to captivate audiences, it's becoming more and more evident that Dwarfstone is here to stay. So to Brock Bruisley and all the other champions and contestants who made this tournament a success and a spectacle worth watching, congratulations and thank you. What's more, congratulations to all the fans who have supported and followed the league. It is with your support that Dwarfstone continues to thrive. This has been Bob Connor from Channel 784. I'm signing off with a reminder that together, we can build a better world. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.